Hey guys, well, it's that time of year again. We're start out the morning warming up the shop. Got a new project started. 58 caliber Hawken. Well, you like the fire, don't you, Hank? And I'm going to be working in the shop quite a bit, so I want to keep it warm and plus keep the dampness out. Till I get that barrel placed in that wood, keep it from warping. I like to keep the moisture out of the shop. So anyway, come on over. I'll show you what I'm getting into. Okay. So anyway, this one here's, you guys have figured out by now that I really like building early Hawkens, you know, mid-20s, 1820s. This one's going to be an early style Hawken, and it'll have the Kentucky cheek, Pennsylvania cheek piece, not the Hawken beaver tail. It's going to have the early Hawken trigger guard, full stock, and we're going to stock this baby up. I was working on I breached this up, and these plugs, they're sand cast, and they're usually made when they're a little bit bigger than the flat, so when you come to where you want it to be, and I like putting all the factory stuff on the bottom and then the top, and then I measure the barrel to see where the run out is. And this one, it was kind of smaller, and it turned out to be on the bottom, which is really good. But instead of feathering or filing the flats down on the plug to the barrel, I kind of had to feather the barrel into the plug, but on the top it's fine, and it'll be good. Sometimes these sandcast parts are rough, so you have to make them work. You have to make them fit and make them look good. So this will be 58 caliber. It's going to be a cap lock, and it's going to have iron furniture. I haven't decided brown or blue yet. I really like that fire blue finish on them. That kind of comes out really nice. The last one I built had that blue finish, so I'll just see how that goes. But anyway, I'm going to let the shop warm up, and what I really want to do today, I'm going to keep you apprised of how this goes every once in a while, update you and see how it's coming, so you can kind of have fun with me being aggravated with some of the stuff you got to do. This one's going to have, I've been going to the 7/16 wiping sticks for the guns. They're a little bit bigger, a little tougher. You're trying to jam a ball down on the second shot in a hunt, and I like them. I'm starting to work with them on these guns. But what I really want to do today is shoot my hunting gun. My hunt's coming up, and I want to shoot some of those buffalo bullets from it, and kind of get used to loading them and getting them going down the barrel. And I tell you the truth, I haven't hit a gallon water jug with one yet. I'd like to see how much different it is than a ball. So anyway, stick with me, and let's go shoot the gun a little. Okay, so I'm going to use these quick loaders today and get used to them. A lot of times when I hunt, I use quick loaders. It's not traditional, okay, but this is still a primitive hunt with a primitive weapon. Sometimes I go traditional, but usually it's like very, very cold, a lot of wind, a lot of snow, a lot of aggravation. I've got a lot of heavy clothing on, and I realized that back in the day they did. Got by with it, but anyway, the way I do it is I use these quick loaders. They're not all created equal, so I want to show you some of them. This one here, this Butler Creek, to me, this is the best. Okay, it opens at both ends. Each cap has a spot for a percussion cap. So you can have 2 percussion caps in case you have to blow your barrel out or dry your barrel out. You have an extra one. They're marked, the caps are marked ball. There's another one, powder, and it's kind of a custom for flintlocks and cap locks. Same thing, you put your ball in backwards because you're going to be shoving it. This one fits a little tighter so it'll stay like that. Put your powder charge in, and then you can put a little priming charge in this cup, this little cup here. And it also has a spot on the cap for a percussion cap. It has a little nipple there that you can have a cap. If you're shooting just percussion, you can put a cap in the little cup and there, so you have 2. If you're shooting a flintlock, when you charge, you need to put your finger over the pan powder so it doesn't pour out. So you pour that in, and then go ahead and be careful. You don't want to spill your pan powder because you don't want to put the pan powder in until you're loaded. You don't want any powder in the pan. So that's the only thing, is you have to be careful of that. Once you get your ball started, then you can close that, shove it, and then charge your pan. They're okay. If you have a flintlock, they're okay. And then these ones here, they're clear. Okay, so you can see which side the ball's in and which side the powder's in. You pop the cap, pour your powder. Again, the ball is loaded in there backwards, so you can shove your starter this way and get it going. It doesn't carry any type of priming unless you have a flintlock and you save some of the charge powder to prime with. But there's no place to put a cap. And that's why I always have my capper with me. So those are 3 types that I have and that I use. For a cap gun, I like this one the best. This would be second for flint. And this one here, I use them. They're okay. This is the one I like. So I'm going to load up and go out and blow up a water jug with one of these 425 grain buffalo bullets. Let's see how she does. It's a little chilly out here today and gloomy. Looking angry up there in the mountains. It's snowing up there. Probably going to snow here before the day's over. Anyway, I got a jug out there. I've got a 425 grain Hornady buffalo bullet, 54 caliber. I'm using 80 grains of 3F on the cap lock. It has a 1 in 56 twist with hollow or round bottom rifling. So I'm going to zoom you up on it. I don't have my shooting buddy Sarah helping me today, so I'm going to zoom you up on it. Let's see if I can hit it. Well, it's a hit. 80 grains, 3F. It didn't boot that bad. I mean, I probably next shot maybe try 100 grains and make sure it still hits. We're at about 25 yards. So anyway, load them up. I'm shooting everything offhand at 25 yards just to get my arms used to holding the sight still. You know, sometimes you don't get a rest out there. I try to carry some cross sticks or something in some of the sagebrush we hunt. And at 100 yards, I like to always figure on some kind of a rest. But for practice, offhand. I can miss during practice. I can't miss during a hunt. Anyway, let's try this piece of steel. This is still 80 grains, 3F GoX, and 425 grain buffalo. Oh, that was nice. Looks like it hit pretty close to. Looks like it hit pretty close to dead center on that white one. So they're accurate. I'm going to shoot some other steel. One of the things that I've noticed is the buffalo bullets, they actually, you know, kind of form into your rifling, and these round bottom riflings, after the second or third shot, they're tough to get down the barrel. So I'm thinking that after the second or third shot, a guy should have some round ball, Pat's round ball loaded up, so that you can get that second or third shot down the barrel. With any luck, the second shot, you should be getting closer to the critter, because hopefully you wounded him and you might have to go finish him off, or hopefully you don't. Let's see, even the round ball's a little tough getting down there after second, third shot. I imagine it leaves a little lead in there, but make the first shot count, I guess, is the whole idea. So this one's going to be a round ball. These are things you need to do before your hunt. This is just a deer hunt. The 530 round ball will definitely do the job. I don't need that extra weight. And after seeing how hard it is to load the second and third shot with that buffalo bullet, I may just do this deer hunt with round ball. This is a round ball, so let's see. This gun is just as accurate with a round ball as it is with a bullet. So same target. And dead center. That buffalo bullet was just a half inch of the to the left of the center of the plate. So this one looks like it's pretty much exactly. It's a little bit closer to center. Anyway, it's about a 80-yard cross stick shot. Let's see how that works. That was a hit. You see why I like having cross sticks with me when I'm hiking. And they actually work as a, when you're wearing gloves, they kind of work as a walking stick. So it's nice having the cross sticks with you. That was 100 grains of 3F with a 530 round ball. And it smacked that steel pretty good. I think having easy reloads for hunting is more important than having that heavy weight bullet, especially for deer hunting. And I'm building a 58 caliber Hawken, so I'll have a heavier ball anyway pretty soon. For deer hunting, 100 grains, 530, 015 patch. And so I'm going to practice some more. Let's find another shot. Anyway, sometimes nature gives you a rest. Sometimes ranchers give you a rest. Where I hunt, where I'm going to be hunting these deer, if it turns out they're in there, not much fencing. If I get a rest, it'll be a mahogany tree or something like that, or a small pine tree. But I have a target that's, to tell you the truth, I don't know exactly how far it is. It's It's my 150-yard gong, but I'm on a different side of the property. I bet it's at least 100 yards, so let's see what we can do at 100 yards with a makeshift rest. Wow, I could see a mark. That one's painted orange. There's a big white mark right in the center where this thing hit. So 0 to the 100 yards, dead center, 100 grains, 3F powder, 530 round ball. That's a pretty hefty piece of steel, so it did a pretty good job on it. And I have a reload right here that will go down nice and smooth and easy with an 01. I'm using 015 patches, which shoot the best out of this. So when you go, before you go hunting, you have to see. I was kind of dead set on using those buffalo bullets, and they're really accurate and they shoot good. Second shot is hard to reload. Third shot's impossible, and I don't really feel like wiping. I was using a metal ramrod or wiping stick that when I'm practicing, I try not to use my wiping stick on the gun. But when I'm out walking around, I do. And with an 015 patch, I can send that ball easily down with this wiping stick that's on the gun, without worrying about breaking it. With those buffalo bullets, they're kind of tough. Probably get it down there, but it'd be bam, 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 bam. Then you just deform the front of the bullet. Accurate, I don't think they're good for hunting for me. Unless I plan on just taking one shot. Anyway, I'm going to load up. Got a couple more loads here. Try a few more 100-yard shots, and then I've got a couple 50 and 75-yard gongs over here I'm going to give a try. Thanks for joining me. Stick around. I'm going to do a little bit more of this before the hunting season. Sarah and I both have tags. We're going to bring the camera. I ain't promising anything, but we'll try to get some footage for you. Anyway, Buckskin Dave, have a nice day.